So I'm going to share my screen of what the Google Doc looks like. Maybe here. There we go. All right. So when, first off, the reason that we are offering this is because a lot of time the coaches are the ones that are filling out that final report. And we just want to get the students more involved. And this is another way for your team to be more transparent. So offering a website, it can be viewed by anyone really of what you guys are up to and who your partners are and things like that. So you don't have it right now, but every coach that wants to do this will get a link to their personal website. So when you open that, you can see this part of it for any help that you, troubleshooting help that you may need throughout the year. Click on team websites and the templates there, there's an example there. Metrics we'll talk about in a little bit, but what you will see is this, and you'll have your own personal page with the website, like a template, and then these three documents, the metrics, the team expenses, and the team impact. So what these are gonna replace essentially is the final report. Sorry, let me take care of that quick. No. So it's all the exact same as the final report, except it's in a more transparent way on this website. So everything just got transferred from the final report onto a more visual way to see it. So when you get your link to your website, this is what it will look like. You'll have a copy of the website. So right now it's a really plain template, and this is for you and your team to really make it your own. So it doesn't need to look like this by any means in the end. We also have on the Google folders where we were before, there's an example that New Prague put together. So if you want to look at what it could possibly look like, that's what this is here for. And it's struggling to load. But the template is on Google folders. It has everything that you need to make it worthy of spring judging. So for spring judging, instead of going through your final report and making a PowerPoint and presenting that to the judges, you'll simply pull up your website and review your website. And so it's just taking place once again of that. So the home page, just like any other website homepage, you can insert pictures, and all of that you do over here on the right-hand side. Images, layouts, themes. Right now it's set to one of our colors in our logo, but feel free to make it your own. Once again, it doesn't need to stay like this. As long as all of the information is in there, it doesn't need to look this way. It's for your team to make it their own page. But if you'd have your team name and a team picture, that would be great. And then once again, it's everything that's on the final report. So we did add a mission or motto just to have that there. But if your team's a part of a class, if it's an extracurricular, it's a yes class, whatever you guys are, just so we know that. Goals, we kind of take, they're in multiple pages, but these are just kind of an outline of your goals. And then this is where kind of it gets tricky. If you ever need help from your coordinator, please reach out and ask them. This should all be set up for you. But if we did have some troubleshooting problems with the new Pride team getting their website going, and I don't know why it's not loading. I'm going to try again here. But if you ever have troubles, ask your coordinator. That's what we're here for. We can help you out. So on this main page, the first document that's here is the team impact document. And this is the exact same thing that's on the final report that you've seen many, many times. However, so this document is on your website, but you can't edit it from here. Like if you click on it, you can't do anything with it. So to edit it, it's linked in from there from your Google Drive. So that's why when I said when you get to your page, it's going to look this way. And you have these 3 documents. So these three documents are linked to the website. So to edit it, you need to go into the actual document. So that's the team impact document. So you would open that document. Anything you enter, we'll just put some random numbers in here. Anything you enter in here, you did 90 presentations outside of school. Good job. Will show up on here once you reload it. So once again, you can't edit it directly on the website. You need to do it on the document that it's linked to. So there it is. And once again, this should all be set up for you. All the links should link to yours. And the reason why you will have your own Google Drive like this is so the only person that can edit it is your team. So we'll send the coach the link, and then from there, the coach can send it to any students that want to participate in editing this. And whoever has the link are the only people that will be able to edit it. So your coordinator will be able to edit it if you need their help with anything. Otherwise, it'll just be your team. So once you get that personalized link, only share it with people that you want to be able to edit it. Because everyone will have, obviously, their own website. So back to the template. You have to edit all of your documents outside of the website. So that was just the first page, home page. This is for our reporting purposes, but it's also great to see who you are working with, who the student participants are in your group. For anyone else looking at your website as well. So then your other pages are what you're up to, your partners, your media, and the donate button. So what we do has 3 different tabs. There's actually a page if you just click on what we do. And if you want to see your pages, you can come over to the right-hand side here and click on pages, and these are all your active pages. So the what we do page is, once again, part of the final report taken from there. These might not, like this section right here, you might not be able to fill out till towards the end of the year because it's kind of a wrap up of what you've completed throughout the whole year. But goal setting and community, fill it out as you go. So the point of this, like I said, is to make it so people can see what you're doing as you're doing it. So keep it updated. You don't want to wait till the end of the year to do it all. And that's what happens a lot with the final report. So hopefully that doesn't happen with this website. Keep it updated every week or every month or however you want to do it. So this is just pulled from the final report. What you do, and then these links, which was also on the first page, it's on every single page, it's a footer. Link it to if your team has a Facebook page, an Instagram page, any of that stuff. Put those links in there. And hey, this works now. So this is the example that anyone can access. You'll be able to view it, but not edit it. But if you just want to look at the example, so like I said, New Prague put it together. And just what yours could look like. As you can see, they changed the theme, they added pictures. Once you input some words, it looks a lot better than this template does. And on the very bottom, they have their links there. So they linked it to their school, 2 of the schools actually, their Facebook page. So whatever sort of links you have, throw them in there. So it's easier for people to reach you that way as well. So that was the What We Do page. The really big pages are your project pages. So as we all know, hopefully by now, that we are funded by ENRTF this year for water projects. So all teams must do a water project. So you'll have a single page for each project that you do. So you can add more pages. And it's pretty easy to duplicate pages on here. So once you have this one project, this one project page, you can just duplicate it for another project. So we have your water project that everyone must do, whatever that water project is. And this is mostly those metrics that we started doing a few years ago. Also, one of the judging criteria or judging categories this year is water stewardship. So you'll want to fill this in of just what your team did for your water project. So the metrics are another one of those outside documents that you'll have to work on outside of the website. So if you go back to your main page, you'll have this metric sheet. And all of your metrics for all of your projects can go onto the same one. So if we click on that, it's just like any other spreadsheet. You can make this your own. It doesn't need to look just like this, especially when your projects don't line up with these sorts of metrics. If you're tracking your metrics every week, or if you're tracking it every day for a week or something like that, put all of those in there. It doesn't need to just be your final number. It's great to see how you got to that final number. There's multiple sheets in this one document. That's why you can use the one document for all of your projects. So you have your water project, your second project, third project. Like I said, add as you go. Maybe you only have your water project and you can get rid of these other 2 projects. But once again, you have to edit it in this document. Oops. And once you edit it in this document, then when you get over to your website, it will automatically update in that website. And there's our magical numbers. So as you can see here for the water project, the way you know you're on the right one is down on the left here. There's those tabs that correspond with the 3 pages in the Excel sheet or Google number sheet. I don't know what they call it. So that's how you know if you're on the right one. If you need to switch it, so for the next project, if you have 2 projects going on, when you first put it in there, and like I said, hopefully the coordinators will all have this set up for you and you won't have to worry about it. But if we do miss something, see, this one says project 2. So the way you change that is just by clicking on it, and there's this setting tab, and you can choose which sheet you want it to take it from. So if you had on your actual metrics, if you had 11 sheets, there's going to be 11 different ones you can choose from. So that's how you choose which one this page should show, if that makes sense. So all the editing, all the numbers are going to go on your Google Sheets page. We'll get rid of these numbers here. And as you edit it, it'll show up on your website. And this is super important for YES staff for reporting for grants, and it's really great for you guys because it's actually showing that your team is making a difference. It's showing what's becoming of your project. So for these metrics, earlier I said we'd come back to metrics. On the main page, once again, when your coordinator is here to help for this, but this is on that Google Drive that all coaches can access right now. So yes, coaches, all of these things are on there. Click into team websites, and there's this metric document. If you click into the metric document, that'll help you decide which metrics you may want to use for your project. So if you're doing an energy conservation project, here's some things that you could possibly be tracking. For the water ones, we can help you out as well. I don't know if the water is on here, but most other project types are on here. So local foods, super mileage, waste reduction. Oh, there is some water quality ones on there. So your coordinator can definitely help you with what to track, but if you want to take it on as your own or have the students figure that out, there is a document here that'll help you. So if you're doing a waste reduction project and you're recycling, you're going to do it in pounds. So then you'd come back to your metric sheet, and your metric would be amount recycled in pounds. Pretty simple. So that document is there for you if you want to do figure out metrics yourself. Otherwise, your coordinator is always here to help. The last thing on these project sheets, so is the photos. So any photos, these have nothing to do with each other, but any photos that directly relate to working on that project, like on our water project here, we have a student doing water quality testing. Great place to put your photos. Once again, that'll be really nice for spring judging to easily be able to show which photos align to what projects. And there's another place to dump any other photos, like team photos or things that don't maybe relate exactly to a project. Those are your project pages. The next ones are going to go pretty quick. Your partner page. This is a place so we can see and everyone else can see who you work with. Obviously, your team works with one of these, so you can delete the other two. Explain maybe how you work with them, and then add logos, links to websites, information with any other organization that you might be working with, and how you work with them. So that's just, a page to put on if you're working with any outside partners. The media page, that's the one I was telling you about, where you can just dump other pictures, team photos, things like that. The other thing that would be great to have on this page is, just like on our final report form, there's a place to put press releases and blog posts and newsletters and articles, the links. So if your team is in any press release, or sends out a press release, or is in the newspaper sometime, or writes a blog post on the YES website or anywhere else, put those links in here. That's really helpful for spring judging to show that you're being active in the community as well. So the very last page is the donate. So there's the donate button and the expense and revenue. Donate, this year we have an option to do a 30-second campaign pitch. That'll get talked a lot more about at the Fall Summit coach meeting. And if you have more questions about that, we can answer those later. But that's where this can go, and you can add links if you have a donate link for outside people to donate to your group, you can put that in here. So any sort of fundraiser that you do, because I know a lot of schools already have fundraisers set up, that fundraiser can be input into this page. And the last page is really for us, but also nice for other funders to see. Once again, it's the same thing that's taken from the final report. It's that team expense form. So where you're getting your money from, how much you're getting from them, and then how you're using it. So this hasn't changed at all from the final report. It's the exact same, but it is another document. So to access this document, to change it, you'll have to go back into your Google Drive that we're going to send you, open that team expense form, and that's how you'll edit it. So as you receive grants and as you use dollars on certain things, fill this in. It's another great way for funders. They can go onto that website and see who's already funding you and maybe provide a match or things like that. What you've already raised, if you can show that you've already raised so much money, it's a lot easier to receive dollars from other places as well. And that is the very last page. So like I said, on the Google, we have a lot of things open here, but on your drive, this is what you'll see personally. If you need any help throughout the year, go to the shared Google Drive that all coaches can see. That looks like this. The example is there, the template is there, and the metrics are there. And I'm sure we'll be adding things as the year goes on as well. So take a look at that example. And it's not complete. It doesn't have all of those 3 documents are not in this yet. This is a working example, so probably don't take anything word for word in there for your own website. It is a way for your team to make it their own, to not do the final report over and over and over again, sort of thing. So now questions, which maybe we have a lot of, maybe we don't. I'm gonna stop sharing, or I will leave my screen up. So any questions?
So when do you expect this up and running?
It is up and running right now. So you're right, you don't, your own pages. Can you still see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So on our Google Drive, we have team pages. Everyone already has their own page. The links just haven't been shared yet. I wasn't sure if I should share it with everyone because you have the option this year to still do the final report in the PowerPoint if the website isn't something you want to do. So they're all there. I just need to share the links. So Pat, if this is something you want to do, we'll get those all set up for you and you will have it by the end of the day.
Yeah, you can set me up.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. And yeah, it's really, like I said, it's meant to work on all year, not save for the end of the year. So the sooner the students get working on it, the better. And that brings up a great point. So New Prague set up our demonstration one. So when you go into your folder, this is more what it will look like, and this is what will only be shared with you. So they have that example one that they did, but you will have 2 folders. You'll have a photos folder, dump all your photos into there. I know with me, a lot of my coaches and I are constantly emailing photos back and forth. There's a much easier way to share photos than emailing. So just dump all those photos into this folder, and then you'll have access to them for the website as well. And then you'll have your website page. So once you click on your website page, all of this stuff will be in that folder. And then you can get going on your website.
This is Mary Beth, and I've got 2 questions. The first one is, we have so many ongoing projects, like we collect lights at Christmas time. Do we have to keep on doing separate project pages for projects that are just ongoing?
No, it's you make the website the way you want to make it. The biggest one would be to separate that water project with any other projects. Just because this is where our funding is coming from the next 2 years. So definitely have your own page for the water project. But for all of those other ongoing ones, if you want to put them on one page, that totally is fine with me. And then for the metrics piece of it, your metrics will obviously look a little different. And we can help you with that as well because you'll have more than one project on there. But yeah, you do not need to have like 10 project pages by any means.
Okay, and then my second question is, because the fee is so high for us to belong to YES, like luckily we won last year and then we've got $500, but right away you turn around and pay that $500 to belong. So we don't have that money available for projects.
Yep.
Is it okay to charge a fee to our students to belong to Yes?
Yes, there are teams that do that. They have a fee that the students are required to pay. That is up to your team and your district and how you want to do that. It is okay to do that. And the coordinators, we're always here to help you raise money as well. If you ever need funding for projects and things, that's what we're here for, to help you find those things. But yes, it is okay to charge a fee if that's something you want to do.
Thanks.
Yeah.
This is Donna. I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. I know you can't see me and I don't know how to make that work, but I would be more than happy to get the links as well.
Sounds great. I shall do that.
I forgot to say that. This is Mary Beth again. So yes, send it to Sleepy Eye.
Yeah. Everyone on this call will get you hooked up right away. The fact that you're on this call means you probably want to do this, but to me, it's a great way to do that final report and make it a little more student involved and easy to look at instead of just a piece of paper that's explaining what you did all year. Any other questions from anyone else? And this video is being recorded, so we'll share it as well. If you ever need to go back and have any questions, you can look at that recording and just ask your coordinator any other questions you have. All right, if we don't have any other questions, we'll say our goodbyes.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thanks, Allie.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.